had childcare campaign, which is made of the volunteers. Keep going. So I'm joined today.
We've had the market running our country and countries across the Western economies for 40 years. We've been left in Britain with our manufacturing offshored, our public services outsourced, the industrial foundations of our movement sold off, broken and destroyed. Working class communities in deindustrialised areas of Britain didn't just lose their jobs and their dignity, they lost their movement, which was built on the industrial base that was destroyed in the name of the market. So it's no surprise, brothers and sisters, it's no surprise out there people feel alienated, people feel divided, and we've focused for 20 years on what divides us rather than what brings us together. That's the state we're in today. We're in that state because they say the market must rule. Well, the market is the chief cause of the chaos we face in our society today.
Our communities hollowed out by insecure work, by low wages, by lack of investment. Our children growing up without the opportunities they should have. A mental health crisis getting worse and affecting young people more and more. And so many young people that have managed to get through school and college and go to university, then ending up with debts of £60,000 or £70,000. What is wrong with our society that we so devalue education? We force people to go into debt merely to get an education. We don't want to be the American model. We want to be the model of the welfare state, which provides for everybody in their hour of need and also ensures that everyone gets opportunity for good quality education throughout all of their life.
My name's Darryl, I'm a plumber from the northeast. This is my favourite day of the year, I love it, I love the solidarity, it's brilliant.
What's your opinion on what the country is at the moment, how it's doing at the moment?
I think it's in the shit, but I think it's being blamed on the wrong people for getting it there. It's very easy to blame people coming over on dinghies when the people you've got to be worrying about are people in yachts. I'd like to think this new party with Zarah, Zultana and Jeremy Corbyn, and as much as I love Jeremy Corbyn, I don't think he's a leader. I think the ideal man to lead it would be who's just been on stage there, Eddie Dempsey, because I think he connects so well with the working classes. Where, like I say, I love Jeremy Corbyn, but I think maybe he's a bit out of touch. I love him. I think he's the best Prime Minister we've never had, but I think it might be a bit beyond him. As a figurehead, yes. As a leader, no. Like, I'm a union member, have been since I started work. But I've seen unions starting to turn away from Labour, which, to be fair, I don't blame them, because Labour doesn't represent the working man anymore.
Yes, so my name's Carl Wage, I'm the Regional Secretary for the Fire Brigade Union, and this is Davey Howe. Davey?
Regional Treasurer, Fire Brigade Union North East.
So, we've had some wonderful speeches today from some wonderful speakers. The Labour movement on the whole needs to wake up, in my opinion. We've got reform running rampant through this region, and if Labour don't wake up soon, they're going to get in just on every seat. My message to Labour is please, 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 think about what you're doing. Scrapping benefits for people who are the most deprived people in society. The two-child cap. Attacking working people isn't going to get your votes. However, what we need to do is we need to really work on what's happening in the movement with regards to working people. And I would urge every single Labour politician to start listening to us, start listening to what we're doing, start listening to workers, start listening to firefighters, nurses, doctors, teachers, railway workers, trade unionists, and stop scrapping benefits, attacking the working class, and please start listening. Otherwise reform will get in and reform will destroy this region, so please stop.
The Labour government up to now has let working people down. It needs to sort itself out, seriously needs to sort itself out. And there's various contributors today on the stage have said exactly that. Not least on arms to Israel. We need to stop being complicit in war around the world. We need to stop attacking people who are the most vulnerable in our society. And we need to come together, like today, like in Durham, loads of different backgrounds, loads of different people just enjoying themselves. What is wrong with that? Nothing. That's how this country moves forward, no other way.
Jeremy Corbyn, in my opinion, is the most principled politician this country's ever seen. Anyone that calls him anything like that doesn't understand what Jeremy is about. What I would say to working people in this country is start looking forward at the people that are representing us, start looking forward at the Labour Party, start looking forward at any political party. If you disagree with the words that are coming from Jeremy Corbyn, Zarah, Zultana and others, you're not listening and you're not looking at the working class. I would urge every working class person to take this seriously. And I'm going to finish on this, sorry to go on, but I'm going to finish on this. Those that attack Jeremy Corbyn and those that attack socialists, those that attack left-wing socialists, I'm proud that I'm a left-wing socialist. I've been a left-wing socialist my whole life. And the fact that people now think it's okay to attack Jeremy Corbyn, Zarah Zultana, Andy MacDonald, John McDonnell, other great MPs of this country, Ian Lavery, for being left-wing, they wear that with a badge of honour, and so do I.
It's the left wing that's reset this country time and time again. Since the 1800s, the 1900s, how we got anything done, how we improved anything in this country was because of left-wing struggle. It's no different today. We're back in the bucket again. They're putting us in the bucket. The rich people are ruling over us again. And the left wing is the people who will lead you out of that and lead you into that struggle and make sure things are better in 10, 15, 20 years' time.
I'm Isaac, so I've just finished uni, so just locally in Durham as well. I think with regards to Palestine, it just seems increasingly troubling the way that the atrocities that go on in Gaza get overlooked by senior members of the party, senior members of all the major parties, but especially Labour, since they're in government. And the remarks that Starmer have said, to say the least, are not enough really with regards to what's going on. So I think a lot of people are looking for alternatives, but the options are really, really grim. When we have conversations about this, there's basically the conversation of, yeah, we don't really like Labour, we don't like where it's going.
The opinion on the recent announcements by Zultana and Corbyn of some kind of quasi-political party or political alliance? What's your sort of opinion on that?
I think some people I was speaking to aren't very fond of the idea of that. I think that there is a worry that it's going to split the left-wing vote, but then there is also the sentiment that Labour's not really left-wing anyway, so there's no left-wing to split. So I think it's exciting. It's definitely, I mean, I'd have to look into it more and see which direction they go in, because obviously it's very early days, but if it seems like a positive alternative, then I'd be more than open to voting for them. So the government's not living up to the principles and ideals of Labour and of socialism and of standing with the oppressed and the afflicted, and I think that means that conversations about over the Conservatives, over reform, this is a bad time to be making splits, to be making this. It's not a helpful conversation, because if not now, when? Like, when are you going to bring out a realistic alternative? Because at the moment, no one really wants to vote for anyone, because the options are terrible. So bring out some decent options, and then maybe we've got a good enough future. Corbyn, I think I've grown to love. I sort of, at the time when he was the leader of Labour, I wasn't a fan of him, but that was because I was still under the whole panic about, we had conversations with Hamas and all of that sort of thing. So, but yeah, I think he is the obvious choice, because he's got the experience, because he's been in Parliament for so long, and he's got that voice that doesn't sort of fall short of what we need to be talking about when we're talking about the atrocities that are going on in Gaza as well. So I would say, out of anyone off the top of my head, it's got to be Corbyn.
Been to the Miners' Gala and had some discussions with the people who were there and attendant, and ended up interviewing a couple of people there. We've had a couple of people who were just in the crowd, a few people who were trade unionists, had a couple of people from the northeast branch of the FPU, and essentially Labour's dead. That's pretty much the message that people have. I mean, some people are still hesitant and will continue voting for them in regards to reform, but in regards to what they would do, vote for them, nah, they're not interested in Labour anymore. So the main message I've gotten today is Labour's dead. A couple of mixed messages in regards to what would replace them. Main sort of idea is this affiliation or party or alliance with Corbyn or Zultana, but people are hesitant on that. People are hesitant in regards to who would lead it. Some people support Corbyn, others would like to see someone like Eddie Dempsey, much more radical, more involved with the trade unions, that sort of stuff. Main message will be, it will either be some sort of left-wing alliance or party with Corbyn at the helm, maybe someone else that, if it's an alliance, a lot of other parties can get involved with. If it's another party, it might be in for a split with Zultana and Corbyn, so we don't really know that. But again, main point is Labour's dead. Now it's just finding out what's going to replace them.